The Euros final tomorrow between England and Spain is so close, and my Euros fantasy team is ready to go. So let's waste no time and jump straight in to my Euro fantasy team. Now things are going to run a little bit different for this week's video. It's going to be a fast video. There's not going to be a lot of detail within it because people don't have the time and the energy to be watching Euro fantasy videos when the final is tomorrow, and I respect that completely. I'll talk to you about last week and a bit of a funny story first. I just forgot to make my subs. I was so drunk in the pub watching England with my friends. At 7:59, I tried to log on the app and there was no signal. I could not make my subs. It didn't matter that much. It probably actually helped me in the long run with only a few players getting a few points. But as you go later through the tournament, there's probably not going to be a lot of goals going on. But you never know. Tomorrow could be different. And here is the final team. We're going to start on the bench and just move up through the team. Dani Carvajal and Morata on the bench. Now, these two players are there just in case I need to swap out anyone who isn't starting in my current lineup, and that player could be Luke Shaw, and Dani Carvajal is there to replace him. There's maybe another player I could mention there, Kobe Mainoo. Perhaps Southgate doesn't start with him. I really doubt it, but perhaps he doesn't, and he plays someone like Gallagher or Trent there. Who knows? I really don't think he will, but it is just in case that happens. You never know, but I think he will start with the exact same team, which will make Luke Shaw drop to the bench for me. But moving up through to the goalkeeper now, Jordan Pickford. Of course, I'm an England fan. I'm absolutely deluded. It's coming home. But yeah, in all seriousness, England have a really good chance of bringing football home. And I think having Jordan Pickford as your goalkeeper, there's no harm in that whatsoever. I think both teams will score within the point calculation period, whether it goes all the way to 120 minutes or even beyond 2 penalties. Who knows? But Jordan Pickford is my goalkeeper. Marc Cucurella has had a fantastic Euros tournament. I think I've spoke about him on the channel before. I think he actually is an underrated footballer for the most part. Even at Chelsea, he plays some great football at times. Mark Gahey, again, a really good tournament. I think people are massively overhyping how brilliant he's been. I think having the assistance of John Stones and Kyle Walker next year will make you play better. However, he has had a fantastic tournament, and I cannot take that away from him. And I have been singing his chant for the past week in my head at work. So yeah, it's been a great time learning about that chant. Really enjoy it. But Luke Shaw, as I mentioned, probably isn't going to start. I don't know. We'll see what happens with him and how Southgate lines up. But like I say, Carvajal is there to replace Shaw if anything bad happens. We'll start on this side with Olmo. What a player! The interview he had talking about Harry Kane makes me want to just bench him out of spite and just hate. But he's going to stay in the side. A great footballer. Excited to be watching him in the Bundesliga next season. Well, you never know, actually. I think his contract is going to expire soon. He might move. I'm not too sure about that. But Phil Foden, Bellingham, Kobe Mainoo and Saka with the 4 threat in midfield. This is completely over the top. There's no way I need that many England players in, but I'm going to do it because I love England. Phil Foden, I think, can have a large impact on games now. I think he's settled into the system we're playing. Played a lot better against the Netherlands, breaking through lines and getting into positions in the box where he looked a real threat, and maybe he can do that against Spain. Bellingham has progressed us through the tournament in key moments and maybe can pop up with a key moment against Spain. Kobe Mainoo, I think, will unlock Spain for us, is why he's in the team. I think could be a potential for player of the match, and I'll explain that as I talk about Saka captaincy. Now, when I watched France versus Spain, I noticed on the counter-attack there is so much space out wide for our English wingers. You've got Saka on that right flank, and we'll see who we have on that left flank, but I mainly want to focus on this right flank side because that's where a lot of joy is coming down that side for England. If Kobe Mainoo and Bellingham and Foden can pick the ball up and break that middle line when Spain are pressing us, there's often quite a lot of space on the wings for a counter-attack. And I think that's why I'm going to go with Saka captaincy. I think there's so much space there for him. I think it's going to be hard for him not to create one or two big chances when that situation does happen. Yes, yes, Spain could completely counteract the point I've just done by setting up differently, but that's how I think the game could potentially turn out. I think Kobe Manu could be the one to break that Spanish line, get past the Rodris and Fabian Ruizes who are in front of him, and really make that forward pass going up to the wings in Saka, or maybe even into the middle of the park where Kane is most likely going to be resting. Yamal up top, we've seen what he did with France. He is such a great footballer. Really excited to see what he does in his career. I hope we've all seen the photo of him being blessed in a bath by Lionel Messi, which is just mental. Maybe that's why he's so good at football, because he's been blessed by the greatest footballer ever. Harry Kane does have a slight injury doubt thing here. I've not heard anything. As far as I'm aware, he's definitely going to start for England. If anything major happens where he doesn't start, Morata's on the bench. I think Morata will have a decent game if he does kind of a similar role to Harry Kane and drops back, helps out and kind of builds up the play. So then, of course, hit us counter on the wide flanks with Nico Williams and Lamal. But yeah, I don't want to keep you too long for the video. I just really wanted to make a fast video showing you my team and the reasons behind who I picked. I want you to go enjoy the final, support whoever you support, and of course, hopefully it comes home, and hopefully you all enjoy the final massively. But yeah, that is the Euros final team. Just as a quick thank you before I end the video, this Euros tournament has been fantastic for my TikTok page, fantastic for my YouTube page. I've gained some subscribers along the way, and lots of viewing records have been broken on my channel. So a big thank you to all you guys at home for watching and supporting these videos. I know it's a lot different to my normal FPL content, but we will be back with that very shortly, and hopefully you all like the work I've been doing behind the scenes, so stay tuned for that. But that is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.
Oh